So let's say if you want like a today's or like the present time or just now, the current time, then you can use a now. So when now means it's going to be a daytime format, and so you will get a current time, whatever the time it's now. And when it's now means whenever you are modifying the record, it's a time of at the time. So if you refer the time, then you can use it now. And then null value, this also similarly we have that blank value, right? We have seen similarly it's a null value. If the value is null, then it's going to give you the default expression you have. If it is not null, it will be the whatever the value it is having, it will give the output. And then or write the logical expression, and we have a multiple conditions. You can use a logical operator like previously we have, right? Resource begins with and resource contains, like if the text is having some keys. So if you have a similarly, you have one more keyword, not only resource, you have one more keyword called a critical. If it start with a resource or if the name start with a critical, both you have to consider it as a valid resource. If you have multiple functions like that, so either one of it becomes true, you want to make it, then you can use a or logical operator. Then write. So you have some big code, and you have to only consider the extreme right 10 characters only. Then you can use a text. It will only apply on a text field. You can take the text field and how many number of characters you want. It will count from right side. Um, so it will, if you give 10, whatever the text you gave in that one, it will take the only extreme 10 characters. If you don't have 10 characters, if it have only 8 characters, it will give only 8 characters. And this one, and round this number fields will come back. How to calculate number fields. Padding. So it will do the padding. So previously I told, right, when we have a right, if it is only 8 characters, it will give you 8. If it is 7, it will give 7. If it have a 12, then it will give only 10 when we specify the right characters as 10. But if it is less characters, I want to pad with some zeros or any characters, then padding can be done using the R pad. So what will, if you take any text, so how much length you want, and what would be the padding string. If I want to do with a zero, if I want to do with the cross, you can give that expression, whatever your character. And if it is the length is less than that, then it will pad that characters right to the right of the your expression. Let's say if you have um, some name or like any name only. Let's say you have id of your resource id. So resource id, it is kind of 5 digit you want to maintain, or like 5 character you want to maintain. So this 5 character I want to take from the resource name. So the resource name is very lengthy. So it's saying it could be a big name, right? It could be 10, 20, or 50 characters also is possible. So I want to make it only 5 character ID. So I want to take it as an extreme right 5 characters. But there are names shorter than 5 characters also, like Sam, Ram. Then I want to give some padding. So padding with some cross or a default as a zeros. Anything I want. Then what I will do is I will use this R pad, and when it's a shorter names, then I want to pad it to the right side of it. If you want to left pad, there will be L pad that we can use. And then second, so it is the seconds of a day. So when you have expressions, right, date expression is also used for a date expression. And then square root, whatever the number you have, you know the square root, right? So it will give, it will do a calculate. It will calculate for us. Substitute. Okay, substitute is nothing but replacing some part of text. So if you have some keywords in your text and you want to replace with some other text, then you can use this substitute one, whatever the expression you have and whatever the value you want to replace and what is the new value that you're going to replace. You can use and then use a replace. And this is a text. If we have any other format, like it could be a date or pick list value, whatever the expression you want to convert it to a text format, then you can use a text function. And then what else we have? Time now, current moment, same as a now, but it is only the time part of it. The previous now is it's a combination of date and time. This is only the time part of it. It will give you at the current moment. And time value you can with any expression you can convert the expression into a time value. If it's a text, then you can, so you can type it. Numbers also we can type in a text value. So you have any text field that is loaded from some other system and you want to do some matrix and you want to calculate it, you can convert the text values to a time value like this. So you have entered like 9 colon, so something like this, 9:00 you have. So this is, you have stored it in a text field, but you cannot do a measures, right? If it is in a text, if it is somewhere in a time or in a numerical value, then only we can do a calculation. In that cases, we can convert this text to a time value by using this function. And today it will just give current today's date. In the format will be in a date form. Trim it will remove the white spaces in your text. In uppercase we already seen what are the characters you have, small or capital, it will change all your text characters to the upper value. It will convert from text to a number value. So let's say if I stored in a text field 561, then it will convert that into a number field when you use a data type as a number or currency and you're using a value of the text. Then if it is a valid number of the text, then it will convert to a value. And weekdays, it will just give you, if you have a date and whatever the date is, if it's Sunday, then it will give 1. It will start with Sunday, Monday is 2, Tuesday is 3, like that till Saturday. It will give 1 to 7 in the range. If you have any calculation based on that days, then you can use a weekdays as. Year is just to extract the year values. These are like most of them are like self-explanatory. So just take a look and try some fields and try out. And we do some more examples with the numerical values. And we have operators here. Like you can use a kind of expression. We have a big calculation expression. You can use a parentheses and it's exponential, divide, multiply, subtract, add, and then concatenate. If you have anything equal or not equal, greater than, less than, or equal, all expressions we have here, and we can try out all of this. And begins blank value BR. So if you have any kind of a text and then if you want to give a break and if you want to show the text to the next line, then we can use a break, so it will display the text in the next line. And there are some other important things here. I just to cover those. Okay, a case. If you already know it, if somewhere programming side might have already heard it. If not, then yes, we'll take a look. So case expression is something kind of if you have one expression and the possibility of the expression is giving a different results, and based on each result you want to show perform something or show if the value is something, show the result as a different one. Let's say let's talk out the business scenario and then come to try to achieve it. Okay. Okay, let's take this value, status formula. So when the status formula is any of this value, So based on this, I want to display different text. So the formula test status formula is showing either active, inactive, or unknown. Now I'm going to use that expression, that is a status formula. When it is the status formula, if value 1, I'm going to get the result 1, value 2, result 2. After that, I have like, if it is none of this, then I will have a else result. If now here formula text is active, then I want to display here as a this is active resource. Active. This is active resource. So all result will be unknown status of the resource. But if you observe, this is not a text format. This is kind of a form, a date, I guess. I'm going to previous and changing it to a text. Moving on to the next. So, that's fine now. Just moving on. Done. So I want to add the new field here. I don't want to create a date now here. I want to have a so here, see here in inactive also I got the unknown status of the resource. But thing was, I had not given it as a correct spelling, or whether I have not given a correct case sensitive. So this will also check you the case sensitive. If it is not matching the exact case, then it will not do it. See, I have given a small a. If I give exactly the expression, then it's going to save. Just refreshing it. It's giving a correct one. This is an inactive resource. So wherever you face this kind of a challenge, then you have to use that. You need to convert it as either lowercase or uppercase, both the expression. Then you can avoid that case sensitive issues. Okay, so case basically when you have a same expression and you have a multiple values, based on multiple values you want to do a multiple expressions or multiple formulas, you can do it. Okay, now similarly, let's try some more values here. Resource, let's I'm giving one more quick list here. Subscription I'm giving. So, just I'm using the different types of subscriptions that we had for resource. Just I'm taking that as a assumption. Based on subscription, I have a different things I want to do here. So next I want to give like a different subscription to the different users. Project lead, okay. Required field, that's why. Okay then. So I have given a different subscription program, different resources. Now, um, let's create one more field, formula field. We can have images, different kind of images also we can use in a formula field. I'm taking it as a text output, and um, just saying rating, not I think not rating. Subscription rating, let's say. Okay, so here I want to show some kind of a visualization where mm, where we want to display some sort of icons based on the data. So we have height and width. We can mention here, and we can use the image URL. And like when you hover over on the image, there will be some alternate text. It will display, right? So if you want anything alternate text, you can display here. Mm, and for let's see how we can do it. Okay, so I'm not having any height and width. So whatever height I want to display it. So alternative text, I want to display it as a I'll give alternate text, and here I want to give a image URL. Okay, what are all the image URLs that we can use? There are some documentation where we have like a ready-made images available. So we have if we use that image URL, that's going to be some already available images we can use. Always we can use some upload somewhere in the static resource, and we can use. So we cannot cover that part yet. So for now I'm using this link I'm going to share with you, so where you can pick the existing images and display. Okay, so our case is how we have to give. You have to give a URL, and you have to give alternate text, and if we have a big images, then you have to specify the sizes. You can specify the size over here. So I don't have issue with the sizes for now. Now again I want to use case scenario and case function. So here I have expression and value and result, whatever the default value. Okay, so here my expression is going to be a text value of the pick list value what we have, the subscription we have, right? This is what it's going to be. Based on subscription value, I want to give a star ratings. Okay, if a subscription is diamond, I want to give something here let's pick one example here with the 5 different flags. So this it's a flag, you know, flag symbol, right? That's why flag. So we have 5 different subscriptions. So let us use this star one, star or rating one. So I'm going to use the star one. So how it will be like, it will be having a 5 stars side by side, and it will be highlighting some of the stars. When it's having a 0 star, it will highlight 0 star. It will have 100 means it will just highlight 1 star. If it is a 2, then 2 star, 3 star, 4, 5 star. Okay, I'm going to use this one. So if it is extreme, so I want to so somebody will not understand, right? So what is the subscription which is the highest and which is lowest? The requirement you want to say which is highest and lowest. If you want to indicate, then we can images like this. So diamond is a top one. It's a 5 star I want to give. And if it is next one, what we have used, platinum, then we have to use next below star rating. So I'm going to use uh, 4 star. So I'm going to use it as a 400. And similarly we have it for other ratings as well. After platinum, what we have, a gold, right? And then we have silver, and I think, let's see, that's all be good. 4, 3, 2, and we have one more is a bronze. And if it is not any of this, I want to use a default as a 0 stars. So basically what it does, this case expression is going to give me any of the URL link based on the subscription. If subscription is diamond, then it's going to give me this URL. If it is a platinum, then it's going to give this URL. Based on whatever subscription it is, it's going to give me a different URLs. So for image, what I need an image URL here, and then alternative text over here. So what I'm going to do is, in this part where I want to have a URL, so I have prepared all this, right? Based on different cases, I want to have one URL. So I'm going to place this case where I need the URL. Okay, done. Now I have an alternative text part. So alternative text, let's have this is so star ratings for the subscription. Okay, let's do a syntax check. If it's good, then we'll move on. Next and say, okay, let's see how it is displaying here. Okay, it's giving, maybe I might have given a wrong typo. It will also not give me a right result. It's giving a default one. Let's select fields. So here I'm giving a rating. Save. Okay. So okay, remaining all are coming correct. I think this diamond I might have not give a spelling correct. Okay, so these are kind of GIF images that are available in Salesforce, so we can use that image URL, so it will look like something like this. Okay, so based on your different subscription, if they don't want to see like this, if the user want to see something attractive, then you can use the formulas to have this kind of images. There are so many images available like stars, and there are ratings, and there are colors with traffic symbols, and like these are the traffic lights, green, yellow, and red you can use. Or there are so many icons available. I will show this. I will share this links with you so that you can try with the different colors. So I can use that here. Just ping you the link. So try with the different scenarios you have and try out those. Okay, let's move on to the what else we having. So let's see. First of all, if you have any numerical field, I just do some calculations or like what are the functions available with the numerical fields, and then wrap up. Okay. Here I want to give one currency field before I do anything. Um, Currency field. Okay. Subscription fee I have. Okay, subscription fee. I want to give different values to subscription fee. I just created some currency field, and I want to do some calculations now using a formula. I want to give a discount. So this discount I want to do based on our different fields in here. Okay, let's see. So case we have done enough. And ceiling, currency rate, value, distance, expression, find. It's also a text function. If you want to search any text tree, and then you can use this find one. Search text, and starting number returns the position of the search text string and the text. Let's say you have a big sentence like about company or anything, and if you have any keywords and where it is the index of it, if you want to identify, you can use the find. And floor, it's when you have decimal values, and if you want to round, if you want to round those numerical values to a floor value means smallest value. So if you take 5.4, if you want to round it to a 4, then you have to use a 4. If you want to round it to a next value, like for it's 4.4, 4.6, then round it to 5, then you have to use a ceiling. That's what a number feels here when you're trying to round off. Use a floor and a ceiling, and then get session ID. We don't use much here. Like when you're in the logged in user, Salesforce will have a session ID. Like if you use a session ID without logging in, like without using login or salesforce.com username and password, if you have the session ID, you can directly open your Salesforce or from anywhere, like any browser, any system. If it's from different system, also different IP, different whatever it is. If you're using the session ID, you can use same like I have logged in now. If you want to open, say if you want to use the same session, If I share the session ID, you can use the same login without logging in. Just if I give a URL directly, you will be inside the Salesforce or that's what you can use session ID to. If you want display, you can use it to get the session ID. And then ours we have seen hyperlink is just a URL. Hyperlink basically how it looks was, let's say if you have any website, you're saying click here to our blog or something, right? So if you want to give something like this, you can use it. You can use whatever URL you have and whatever the name you want, like click here or join here. If you want to use any name, you can use a name here. And target, right, it's going to open in the same tab or new tab or new browser window. However you open, you can have a different targets, like how usually we have links that you can use it in the target. Okay, here the next one I want to cover is if condition. If also similarly what we have in case, this is also similar, but case you will be having a multiple, you have one expression and at multiple values and multiple results you can have at a time. If it is a if condition, it's going to be a one expression. If it is a true, then you have a one result. If it is a false, you're going to have a other result, nothing else. Only true or false conditions can be done in a if this, do this, if not, then do other thing. If it's a case means whatever it is, if result one, sorry, if the value is one, give result one. If value is two, result two. Like if you can have a multiple choices there it's going to be a true or false. Okay, now let's try with so we are trying to here do the discount, right? I want to calculate the discount based on the subscription. So I have a fee, already fee. So how much discount I'm going to give? So my condition is, I have two condition I want to give. Let's start with one and then we'll expand it to a multiple. So if my subscription is a diamond, so let's take subscription here. If my subscription is equal to diamond, but the problem is the subscription is a pick list value, so we cannot directly compare with the text. There are two ways. Either you need to convert this pick list value to a text value and then compare against the text, or other we have one more function called is pick list value. So if we have selected specific value in a pick list, then you can use this one is pick value. So I'm having the subscription. If this subscription pick list value is diamond, if it is the same one, it will give a true, otherwise it will give a false. So if I have a subscription is a diamond, then I'm going to use this one, value is true. If it's a diamond, then how much discount I want to give? I want to give a the 10% discount. So I want to multiply it with the 0.1. That's going to be 10%, 10 by 100. I will multiply it with the fee, subscription fee I have. The fee multiplied by 10% is going to be my discount. Okay, and if not, what it's going to be? It's going to be a 0. Let's say I don't want to give any other values. I want to just give a 0. Okay, now not only diamond, if it is a gold, not gold, if it is a platinum also, I want to give a same, if it is a platinum also, I want to give a same discount. So if it is a gold or platinum, for both values, I want to give a same discount. Then what we have to use? We have to use a expression or a logical operator called a OR when we have a multiple conditions to check. So this is a logic 1 and comma logic 2, and it will, you can add any number of logics you have. So for now I have only two logics with OR operation. So gold is one and the other one is going to be a platinum, and I'm going to give this OR expression instead of single condition. I want to have multiple condition with the OR operator. So if it is a gold or platinum, I want to show a 10% discount, otherwise a 0 discount. Okay, let's move on.
No, Bala, their spelling of the diamond is different, right? So you may have to change it here as well in the condition.
Okay. Okay. Again, I'm giving it wrong. Okay, so I gave wrong. Next. Save. Done. Okay, I don't have any subscription fee. That's why it's giving me a 0. So let's say I have $10,000 to pay. And what is the discount? So it's going to be a $1,000 as a discount because I'm a diamond subscription. So I gave it for same for platinum. So instead of opening multiple records, just I will add it here itself. Okay. So I don't want this status formula status here anymore. I want to see what is subscription fee and what's the discount I'm going to get so that I can quickly have a values over here. So if I have a 5,000 here fee and here is 100 fee and I have here as 800 and here I have 3,500. Okay, so here I don't have option to edit because it's a formula. I'm just doing a save. For diamond and platinum, I have a discount of 10%, so it's calculated fine. So I want to give discounts for all subscribers. Okay, just make changes here. So even we can use a nested if conditions also we can use. So just want to try out here how we can use it. So we have this. So if how the if condition will be, if condition will have one expression, and if it is a true, one value, if it is a false, I have to give one value. So I have a logical operator here, which is our OR condition over here, and I have a true value, then this value is going to be, and if it's false, it's going to be different expression. I gave different values here. Okay, if it is not this condition, I want to give one more if condition, like a nested if it is not this one. Yes, I'm making it multiple lines. If this is the value, it's going to be true. If